Thanks a lot for staying on News Desk here with me, Kwabna Chencheni Boateng. Now, if you live in Kumasi and hope to see the much talked about Sofo Line interchange completed this year, it will not happen. Now, that's because government has abandoned work on the 4 major road projects popularly called the Gang of 4 roadworks on the Kwafukrom Apedja Corridor, Sofo Line Kumasi, Suhuma Apedja Road, plus the 70-kilometer Eastern Corridor Road from Nkwanta, Uti, Dawangu roads have all stalled. Roads Minister in an interview with Joy News says the Finance Ministry is seeking to get funds from the $1 billion Eurobond being sought this month.
You need to finish the Gang of 4.
Well, between $100 and $150 million.
And if we do not get this from the Eurobond, which date have you set to complete these projects? Because it's been on the table for a very long time.
The dates are very fluid. The dates are very fluid because we have had to extend the time of completion of this project so many times. The projects were awarded in the Suhum Apedja 1 and the Sofo Line interchange were awarded in 2008. So with rates that presently are of no economic value. So we have not only had to extend the completion date for the projects, we also had to review the rate because of the inflation and devaluation of the city. So is the 2 lots, lot 2 of the Eastern Corridor, that is from Esikima Junction to Have, and lot 4 from Nkwanta to Otidebanku. Awarded in 2010 to be completed in 24 months, 2012 ought to have been completed.
So with the fluid situation now, by what time should we see these roads finished?
Well, so we've reviewed and we told them that the last time we went to the Eastern Corridor, we extended it by another 2 years. But now they're not working, not because they don't have the old government, or government owes them any money, it's because of the rates. We are now, we've put in a committee to review the rates to bring them to real economic value so that the people can be motivated to go and work.
So work has stopped on all these Gang of 4 for now?
Work has stopped on virtually all of them, yes.
Until when?
Until we review the rates, and then the rates will be reviewed probably by the middle of October. By the time the Finance Minister will be back, and then we can take both issues together.
So we do not know when these road projects will finish?
We do not know, but we have a realistic appreciation of the fact that the roads should be finished in the next 2 years. In fact, we had initially determined that the roads should be finished before December 2016. But as it is, and I'm not sure we are going to be able to complete by December 2016.
So we're looking at finishing the Gang of 4 in 2017?
2017, yes.
That's 5 more years past the first day that we are set to finish it.
The Solar for Fulsu Road took more than 20 years to complete.
Which is bad in itself, isn't it?
Yes, it's bad in itself. It's bad in itself. Every year it appeared in the budget until His Excellency the President, then Vice President, championed it, and today we have finished and handed over.
And I say that because this Gang of 4 was a major campaign promise that we knew of from the NDC in 2012, saying it will be done before 2016. Now we're looking at it being postponed.
Yes, because when we made the promise, we made it based on a certain set of facts, certain set of circumstances. Oil prices have not collapsed. Our city was not facing pressure. So we had anticipated that we will get $1.3 billion from China Exim Bank, China Development Bank. All that has not come. The oil prices have collapsed. Our budget is under zero stress. So we have had to readjust. And these are the economic realities. But with all that, we've not stopped. We applying government of Ghana resources to complete the road because of the importance. Most of them are international corridors. And so we are applying the resources to be able to finish them.
Okay. Let's not talk about one major thing that
Okay, so we'll still bring you much more on that particular story. But now, one person is reported dead in an accident at Ejisu in the Ashanti region involving 4 vehicles. Several others are reportedly injured in the accident. Regional correspondent Ohemin Teria has much more on this, and joins me now over the telephone. Well, we'll get through to him subsequently, but the situation there is that there's an accident in which one person is said to have died on the spot with a lot more sustaining various degrees of injuries. We'll bring you much more on this as and when we do have Ohim Interior on the line. Let's do some politics now. And the governing National Democratic Congress appears to have relaxed its stance on the raging debate over calls for a new voters register for the 2016 general elections. The NDC had outrightly rejected calls for a new voters register, insisting the electoral roll is credible in its existing form. Party General Secretary Johnson Esiedun-Ketia argued there were no guarantees that a new register will not be contaminated by minors as happened with the current register. But chairman of the party, Kofi Portofe, told Joy News the party is open to proposals put forward by the other political parties. Okay, well, but before we bring you that, let's take a report of the IPAC meeting on this particular issue of the voters register, the replacement of the current voters register yesterday.
The IPAC meeting had high-level representation from the various political parties, including the MPP, NDC, GCPP, and the PPP. Key on the agenda included the need or otherwise for a review of the voters' register and the outcome of the recent district-level elections. After the meeting, chairman of the NDC, Kofi Portofe, says the party is now ready to listen to what other political parties have to say on the voters' register.
And to everybody in this country, I'm sure that the opportunity is coming for everybody else who has some opinion on it, who has done some research, who thinks that for the forward march of this country in terms of elections can support with some ideas practically. I mean, it's good to have that public forum, and let's be heard some more, and then we can come to a firm conclusion.
Yeah. You were telling me earlier, before you entered the meeting, that it's not that the NDC has taken an entrenched position on these matters. You are open to other ideas on all that.
Yes, I said so. I mean, and that's exactly why this forum is important. The meeting of IPAC, consultations. I mean, several groups of, shall I say, civil society groups have also come forward with some proposals. And we haven't seen those yet, but they're going to be made public to all of us, and then we can firmly say that this is the way forward.
Chairman.
Well, that was a national chairman of the ruling National Democratic Congress, Kofi Portofe, in an interview there with Joy News' Kwache Afre Nyamaba. Meanwhile, General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, Kwabena Ejisu, says the current posturing of the NDC on the voters' register could be an indication that other parties are beginning to understand the main opposition party's demand for a new voters register.
I think that all patriotic Ghanaians should recognize the fact that what the MPP has been saying is based on strong evidence, and the fact that we want it for the good of the country. When we have a transparent system, a system that builds more public confidence, it inures to the benefit of the Ghanaian people. And I think that all the parties are beginning to realize that this is not an adversarial relationship, that we want to work together with the Electoral Commission, with all political parties. We are in it together. The fact that you have a new register does not mean that you win an election, but it builds a lot more confidence in the electoral process, and that's all we are asking for. And we are happy that everybody is recognizing that what we have said is based on some serious information, and everybody is prepared to have a dispassionate look at it.
So the NDC's current stance on this, does not surprise you at all?
I don't know why you say it shouldn't surprise me. I do believe that the NDC also means well for the country, like the MPP. And therefore, this is a matter, it's a national issue, and that all of us our views should coincide.
Well, still on election issues and the voters register, and the Electoral Commission says it is willing and ready to receive a petition from the Let My Vote Count Alliance on the replacement of the current voters register. Now, speaking at a media briefing yesterday, chairman of the commission, Charlotte Osei, said, contrary to claims the commission was avoiding the Let My Vote Count Alliance and not giving it audience, it is willing to listen to the concerns of any particular group, including the Let My Vote Count Alliance, on the subject matter.
We're asking for submissions because if you check the Constitution, it says you must be 18 years and above to register and to vote. Presupposes that we're dealing with adults. So it's not about shouting, it's about engaging. And so we asked for submissions. And I think if you recall, if you had the last press conference, we said that part of it was to do a value for money assessment and evaluate the quality of the proposals. If Let My Vote Count Alliance is bringing a petition, of course we will receive it. But I don't see how it impacts on the process we've put in place. If they are bringing a submission, we would have preferred that they brought it within the deadline. But, well, if it is worthy of consideration, we would still put it in. It's not a vote. So we can't say you brought your vote, you came to vote after 5 p.m., so we won't accept the vote. So we will still look at it. But if I recall, I think a few months back, we actually did get a petition from the Let My Vote Count Alliance. I need to go through our records on the new register. So if it's the same petition they're trying to find us to bring, I think we already have that. Unless it's an updated one, of course we'll receive it.
I'll bring you much more on that particular story, particularly seeing that the Let My Vote Count Alliance has been responding to those claims by the chairman of the Electoral Commission. We're taking a break here on News Desk. We'll be back with some business stories.